I like orchestra music. You know, when orchestra music, when it comes to popular songs, I'm not so certain that I would get into Beethoven or Bach or anything like that, or some kind of classical music. I just never had a draw for that personally. You know, I don't. It's just me. But when they, you know, especially that Danish National Symphony Orchestra, you know, which I've listened to on this channel, it just floors me. And then when other artists will have, you know, a bunch of strings in their song, like Chris Stapleton's Cold, it just to me, it just adds so much to that experience. And Procol Harum here, A Wider Shade of Pale, live in Denmark in 2006. Just listening to that, in fact, let me bring it up so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Just listening to all that orchestra underneath that tent, and to look at these people sitting out there, acting civilized, you know, sitting in chairs, not getting up and impeding other people's view and their other people's experience. This is a venue like I would prefer, and I could tell by the way the lead in is. This is the Wider Shade of Pale that Willie Nelson had also done too, and I didn't know it came from another band, and this was decades ago. But I'm probably gonna listen to that one again too. So without further delay, let's get into it, and let's see what Procol Harum, A Wider Shade of Pale, has to offer us. Here we go.
When we call
Sorry, guys, I gotta pause this. And I was noticing on the description when this was playing, I read the description, and unbelievably to me, or makes me look like a dumbass, actually, is this orchestra is the Danish national, they call it a concert orchestra and choir. So, yeah, I don't know. I should have read it before I said, being a fanboy with a Danish National Symphony Orchestra that I've done, 3 or 4, maybe two or three anyway, songs that they have done. And this is just bitching. It is the same song that I remember, but yeah, man, I don't know who this guy is, but when he came in, he laid it down on that first line. So let's get back to it.
Should I fail?
Kind of old that organ is.
She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wanted through my playing cards. Would not let it be. One of 16 vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well have been closed. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned wild, shade of pale. And so it was later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned wild, shade of
Gotta write that down.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
just another great performance. And yeah, like I said, man, that orchestra just adds so much to that song. I was going to play Willie Nelson's also, and it was just it wasn't a video, it was just audio. But I'm thinking better of it and thinking that this just needs to simmer on its own. It's that good. Willie Nelson did a great job, and I remember it was probably early '80s when Willie did his version of it, and Willie was pretty popular back then too. You know, especially with the crowd that I hung out with. So man, I'm just going to let this one ride on its own. It's carrying the weight, and I really dig it. So thanks, Kimmy, for the request. Thanks, everybody else, for showing up and spending your valuable time here. And that's going to do it for me. So till I see y'all again, I'll catch you on down the road. So let's go to the outro. There's one right behind this one. Bye, y'all.